So in this video, I'll be answering the question, what is compound interest in the stock market and how we can use it to make you a millionaire. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Euan, and on this channel we talk about personal finance and investing in the stock market. So if that tickles your fancy, then please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then we can get on with the video, can't we? In this video, I want to go through what compound interest is in the stock market, what are the differences between compound interest and the compounding effect, and also how all of this is going to make us millionaires in the future. But just remember, I'm just a random dude in a donut looking t-shirt, so please do your own research before investing your capital. The most common of these two is called compound interest, and this is most likely found on savings accounts, and this is basically interest on interest. So for example, if you had 1% interest on a savings account, which is very unlikely at the moment, then you deposited £100, then you would earn interest of £1 whole pound. So that's fairly straightforward, but what happens after that is more important, and the actual definition of compound interest. Compound interest is the accumulation of this happening every single year, year on year, for a long period of time. So after your first year, you'll have your £100, and then you'll have that extra £1 in interest. But the following year, instead of the 1% being on the £100, it is now on the £101. So you get slightly more interest, which would be £1 and 1 pence. So not a lot, but it's still better than nothing. Compound interest starts off slow, but after a long period of time, 40, 50 years, then what tends to happen is that the deposited amount actually will be less than the actual interest earned on the account. So obviously this is much better than keeping your cash under your mattress. But because the interest rates on saving accounts are really bad at the moment, you are very unlikely to become a millionaire. So you need to do something else with your money, and that would be invest in the stock market. So the stock market tends to have a better return than your average savings account because it's a bit more risk, but there's a much better reward basically. However, the compounding effect is a little less straightforward. So the difference is that savings accounts will have the bank paying you a 2%, 1% interest every single month, every single year, however it works out for you. With stocks, you don't actually earn an interest payment. So if you own dividend stock, then it's slightly different, but we're talking about stocks that don't actually pay dividends. So with these stocks, you don't actually earn any tangible income that you can put in your hands and rub between your fingers, because the only form of compounding is the year-on-year growth that you get from the stock market or the stock or the ETF that you're investing in. Effectively, you get gains on gains. And that's exactly what I'm doing with this. Gains on gains. Hope that makes sense. Excuse my mouthful. So gains on gains. But one thing to remember is that with the stock market, you can actually get losses on losses, which is where your losses actually compound, and we don't want this, obviously. But hope is not all lost. I'm going to talk through my guide to becoming a millionaire and what I'm personally doing to achieve that. What you can do to make use of the power of compounding and the compounding effect is to invest in perhaps a low-cost ETF. My personal favourite is VUSA, V-U-S-A, and if you've seen my channel before, then you would have seen that crop up on my Training 212 account. And this is a Vanguard-run S&P 500 tracking fund. So the reason I chose the S&P 500 is because it has averaged around 7% after inflation for the last 90 odd years since its inception. So by this logic, if you invested £500 every single month, adjusted for inflation of course, after only 34 short years, you'd have an investment portfolio of over £1 million. So you'd be a millionaire after 34 short years, which I don't think is too bad, especially for a 24, nearly 25-year-old boy. If you get to this point 34 years down the line, then you can use the 3 or 4% rule, which is adopted by the FIRE community. This basically allows you to withdraw 3 to 4%, aka £30,000 or £40,000 per year, and not even touch the £1 million, even slightly, so you can pass it down to your young children to spend it on whatever they spend it on down the line: electric skateboards, flying cars, etc, etc. And if this is invested in a stocks and shares ISA, then everything that you take out of this would be completely tax-free, so why not give it a try? That's what I'm doing, so join me. People think becoming a millionaire is really unattainable, and I did for a long time because I thought that actually you need a lot of money to make a lot of money, and that is true. To make a lot of money you need to do that, but to become a millionaire is not as hard as you actually think. Admittedly, it does take a long time to do so, but I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. So I think it's pretty cool and pretty achievable for everyone to do. and become financially independent, financially free to do whatever you want. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this short video. Apologies for the shortness and probably the abruptness of this video, but I was stuck at work, or stuck right here, stuck at work doing some final things before I go on holiday for my birthday this week, so I only just got around to filming right now. So an hour and a half before I have to upload the video. Not ideal. So I really do hope that you got some value out of it, because otherwise it was a bit of a waste of my time, but I'm hoping that it wasn't. And if you did find some value, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment your favourite type of cookie. Mine is the Papa John's pizza cookie. So good. So I'm going to finish eating this cookie, and then I'm going to edit the video, and then I'll post it in an hour and a half time. So all I've got left to say is that I'm not a millionaire, but I'm trying to help you become one. So peace. Wait for a train to go past as well. Jeez. Great start. Great start. So in this short video, I'm going to be answering the question, in this video I want to go through, but don't forget, I'm just a random guy in a TD t-shirt. I'm just a random guy in a tie-dye t-shirt. The most common of these two is called cam. Then you say, so that bit's